What's up, guys? Welcome to the Barbaric Yawp. Today's episode number 3 for the show, is going to be about who we are, who I am, who this show is, or what I want this show to be. So, first thing I get asked a lot is, what is a Barbaric Yawp? And some of you may have seen the movie Dead Poets Society, Robin Williams and a bunch of other actors. Great movie, a lot of great scenes in there, but they talk specifically about a poem by Walt Whitman, and I have that poem here today, and it's taken specifically from stanza, or I don't know if it's stanza, section 52 of this poem, where he talks about, I too am not a bit tamed animal, I too am untranslatable, I sound my barbaric yawp across the rooftops of the world. And that's something that's been in my heart for a long time, since I saw it. And there it is right there, the Barbaric Yawp. In my mind, that's a kind of shout, a kind of battle cry, a kind of truth that needs to be spoken, a call to action, a truth that man is supposed to be and do and live out at his very core, that so often I feel is forgotten in today's society. For most of my life, I've been interested in doing ministry. I was a youth pastor. I was men's group leader, divorce care for kids after I went through a divorce. I've always had a passion for training people up, for encouraging people to go on and do great things, to live up to their potential, to be, all they can be. That's been my desire in my heart, and so out of that I've studied leadership, I've studied human development, I've studied the things that go into hardening or shaping or sculpting a man into something useful, something powerful, something that women want, that men want to be, that men want to gather around, to rally behind, to be encouraged by. A real man. I have strived to be that in my life, and I want to encourage other people to do that, and that's what this channel is about. The Barbaric Yawp is about manliness in a modern, very confused world. At the moment, we're going through a pandemic. Jury's still out. It's a terrible thing for sure. There have been a lot of people that have died across the globe, and that's terrible, and my heart goes out to those people. At the same time, people die every day. Sicknesses, cancer, automobile accidents, and the question has to be asked whether or not this pandemic, as they're calling it, is real or is exaggerated. Now, there's no question that it exists. There's no question the virus exists and that people are getting sick. But the level to which it has been blown out of proportion, economies shut down, the world shut down, has to be called into question at some point. Out of all that, though, there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity to see men behaving in a way that is inspiring, encouraging, protecting, leading. There's also many opportunities, unfortunately, to see men not stepping up or being tyrants, being dictatorial jerks. Mob mentality right now can be extremely dangerous. Men in general, good men, try not to follow the mob. They try not to think that way. They try not to be that kind of person. They try to be a better man, a more reasoned, thoughtful, intelligent man. My hope, I'm starting this show during this time, is that I'll be able to speak truth and encourage people, men in particular, to go out and be better men, to go out and lead and provide and protect and prepare their families for the kind of stuff that may be coming in the future. Our generation, my generation, has had one major thing happen in it so far. That's 9/11. There was a war that raged after that, and there were many people that went and served in that, and we just had Memorial Day. Thank you all who died to protect us and to fight terrorism. Thank you for striking back after we were struck. To the vets out there, thank you for your service. But outside that community, we as a nation, especially in the United States, have not experienced any great tragedy, any Great Depression. The '08 housing bubble was a fraction of what the Great Depression was. And there's a chance that this pandemic is going to cause us to experience something more like that. 39 million unemployment applications went out. 39 million people. That's a huge percentage of people unemployed. It's a scary mass, if you think about it, of folks that might be operating under group mentality. And the question is, are there going to be leaders prepared to protect against those mobs? And are there going to be leaders in those mobs guiding them in the right direction? This channel, The Barbaric Yob, this show, this media content source is designed, my hope is to bring value and truth to those of you that are watching. And I appreciate you tuning in. You've got tons of places you can spend your time. I appreciate you taking your time and coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. But that's what this show is about. That's what it's inspired by. A poem by Walt Whitman called A Song of Myself. And there's the line right there. I too am not a bit tamed. I too am untranslatable. I sound my barbaric yawp over the rooftops of the world. Over the course of this show, you're going to see a lot of texts, a lot of books that I've read, a lot of lessons that I've learned. Hopefully we'll have some guests on here eventually. I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you guys in the comments and maybe we can meet in real life someday. Until then, have a great night.